it's been. Thank you for supporting Legacy 150 in so many ways. As our 150th birthday celebration comes to an end, it's time to get to work, launching the Cleveland Legal Collaborative. There's still heavy lifting ahead, but let's pause and celebrate our legacy.
Cleveland Bar Foundation, and that's a very, very, of course, important organization to support all these programs that the bar itself runs. And so I'm a great believer in it. I think it's important, and I'm glad that so many people support it.
Through our 150th anniversary signature project, the Cleveland Legal Collaborative, the CMBA has crafted an elegant response to critical challenges faced both by our lawyers and our community.
Legacy 150 was a deep dive into our 150-year history.
Over the course of 2023, we've been doing a look back at the rich history of our organization. Earlier this year, we launched an oral history project through our podcast series called My Bar Story. We also built an interactive online timeline, as well as a physical timeline known as our History Hall, which is installed right here in our conference center. And our monthly bar journal has featured special historical articles.
He came here when there were about either 600 or 1,000 people in Cleveland. I mean, it was a very small burg. And by the time he died in 1880, Cleveland was something like the 15th largest city in the country.
When we started practicing, we had to walk into the Union Club through the back door. We had to sit in a certain dining room at the Union Club.
You need a critical mass of whether it's women or racial diversity or whatever it is, before you can really have success and communication and interaction. And it's between 20 and 30%.
When I became a lawyer, 1976, the whole history of the federal court, Northern District of Ohio, all white men. So that's been a big change and certainly a real positive one.
It was a true, what I would call merger. Somebody might call it unification, but it was a truly where we took the best of both organizations and put them together.
One of the things that we really needed to do was to try to see if we could come up with some methodology by which we could vet people who were running for judge from an African-American perspective.
And we would actually have in-person interviews. So we would be interviewing persons who are competing for positions on the Common Pleas Court, on the Court of Appeals, and even on the Ohio Supreme Court.
Legacy 150 was a celebration of the bar programs that have touched the lives of tens of thousands of families throughout Northeast Ohio.
The foundation does amazing things, and it's mind-boggling how in 15 years we came from nothing to a foundation that now has activities that help so many people.
I created the Lewis Stokes Scholars Program that provides paid summer legal internships at nonprofits, law firms, and its motto is changing lives one student at a time, and it certainly lived up to that motto because we already have 8 graduates who are practicing attorneys.
I remember going up to Congressman Stokes and just saying to him how much I appreciate him, how much he inspires me, just thanking him for everything that he has done. And I recall him just stopping me and saying, just make sure when you're able that you give back, that you reach back, that you make sure that you have a lasting impact.
In a profession that is so starved for diversity, every amount counts, right? Every single person counts.
The Cleveland Metropolitan Bar Association is the greatest bar in the country.
Listen up and get ready for the 3 R's program.
To me, it says so much about the Cleveland legal community that to this day, we are committed to that program. I think in the nation, there's no other bar association that has done what we've done here.
The number of hours that have donated and over 15 years, the number of students that the Bar Association and Foundation have helped through the Cleveland Public Schools and the East Cleveland City Schools is absolutely tremendous.
Legacy 150 is about bringing leaders together with a commitment to excellence for the next 150 years.
One of the legacies that we can leave at this law school and that you can leave with the Bar Association is that we're defenders of the rule of law, and that we recognize that the law doesn't always get it right, and that the law sometimes is unjust, but our job is simply to make it just and to make it better.
We are one of those places that are bringing people into Cleveland and helping to grow it. And what I tell the law firms is, give them a chance. You know, you may think that they're not really serious about Cleveland, but they are. And a lot of them, you know, end up thriving and becoming the leaders of the bar in the city of Cleveland.
Fundamentally, law is a service profession, and you can serve in many different ways. It's important to remain engaged with the community, not just to help others, but to help become a better lawyer and a better citizen.
Of course, Legacy 150 was also the greatest party in bar history, with Rock the Bar at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That was one for the history books. And now, through the Legacy 150 Fund, whether you support it as a foundation fellow, as a law firm contributor, or even through our 150 for 150 fundraising campaign, you can help build our legacy for the future through the Cleveland Legal Collaborative.
The signature project of the CMBA's 150th anniversary year, the building of the Cleveland Legal Collaborative, exists because of the inspiration, innovation, and dedication of Rick Manoff.
The more expertise and experience we accumulate, the more we feel like we want to share that experience and that expertise with the younger generations coming through. And in that way, we leave a legal legacy behind us.
And so we say goodbye to 2023, but the spirit of Legacy 150 is alive and growing. Visit our website at clemetrobar.org/Legacy150 to continue celebrating our history and to give to the Legacy 150 Fund. Thank you for a spectacular year. And guess what? The best is yet to come.
We, 4,700 plus strong, need to be fit to practice, not only for ourselves and for our family, but for our clients as well.
You gotta stay involved in the community. People who do that, our experience, people who do that are way better lawyers. Not just better people, they're way better lawyers if they have a broader experience of giving back to the community.
Taking off my I'm a partner at Ulmer and Byrne hat and putting on I'm the president of this great bar association and being a cheerleader for the entire legal community was the coolest thing I've ever done.
Together, through the CMBA and our civic engagement, we can bring trust back to government and strengthen the rule of law, which is so important to our democracy.
And over the years, I learned about the legacy of our firm in the CMBA, and I do think that is the place where the standard for professionalism is kind of living.
I don't think democracy is dying. Democracy is, if we want it to live, democracy will live. I mean, we had slave owners who held other humans in bondage, who came up with the Constitution. They were the ones who said, we want to be ruled by the many and not one or few.
There's functions of the bar that are important. The grievance function is important. The lawyer's referral is important. There's functions that we do that are important, lots more than just that. But being together is right up there.
I love this bar, and I hope that 150 years from now, someone else making a video like this also says, I love this bar. And if they do, then that's exactly what I want it to be.
Well, I think it's great for lawyers to be out there in the community and educating members of the community on what the legal profession is all about, why it's important to obey laws and that sort of thing. And in the process of going into the schools and into the community, they sort of give the best face of the legal profession to ordinary people, and I think that's very important.